What's up, Malicious? What's going on, man? 1 second. Alan, what's up, man? What's up, Oscar? Yeah, Malicious. We just kind of dicking around with different things, man. It is kind of fun to go back to the old stuff sometimes, for sure. Hell, that's kind of why we all went to Diablo, right? Play them old games. Oh, I didn't even notice that. All my characters are capitalized as well. That's great. Hmm. No, I never played Monster Hunter. I had some friends of mine that were like all over Monster Hunter. Was like their game. What's up, some guy? Yeah, I never even I never really even paid that much attention to the Monster Hunter series. I don't know. I just never got around to it. Ah, got you. Yeah, I mean, because every once in a while I dip back into the old games pool, and I still I still have like Age of Empires 2 on my computer. I'll go back and play that every once in a while just for fun. There's nothing wrong with going back to some of the old games. I think I got Command and Conquer still on my system. A couple of older ones. Yeah, Mark. Command and Conquer, awesome game series, dude. Civ 2. Civ 3, I think, was my favorite one. I really enjoyed Civ 3. And actually, the very first Civ was kind of brings back memories. It wasn't the best one, but Civ, the original Civ was a lot of fun. Civ 3, I think, out of that series is probably my favorite. Yeah, Malicious. I think that's kind of why I didn't play it. I never really enjoyed that sort of combat style. I think that's why I didn't do it. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Monster Hunter, and that it kind of reminded me of that. Um, so yeah, I think that's why I didn't, because that's why I didn't even really like Elden Ring is kind of in that vein a little bit, and it just those type of games just never really appealed to me that much. Yeah, exactly. No, I get you. Um, I enjoyed all the Civ series for the most part. I think 5 was kind of bad. 6 is kind of eh. I got Civ 6 on my PC as well. I've played that a decent bit, but 3 by far is my favorite. What's up, YP? I keep going back to that one, Civ 3, and Age of Empires 2 out of the four. Like they've released Age 4 last year, and it's kind of eh. Oh, dude, Masters of Orion. I forgot about how I played the hell out of that game. Yeah, I'm going to try and run the Pally just through all the different uh, areas just to magic find for my Grail. I don't recognize clans, no. Dude, I have to go play Masters of Orion now. I, I played the hell out of that game. Mm. Baldur's Gate was a good one. Yeah, I hear you, Mark. Baldur's Gate was a good game. Oh man, I forgot all about Masters of Orion. I think I had that on Steam. Yeah, I hear you, dude. Unreal Tournament started it all, right? Kinda. Man, that's crazy. I need to pull up my Grail stuff. Yeah, they're doing a lot of that. They're remastering a lot of the, well, Diablo 2 aside, like some really old genre or old games like the Command and Conquer series and a few other ones. They've they've kind of brought back, not really remastered like they did Diablo 2, but just brought it forward so that you can play them on the current OSs. Um, it's kind of cool that they've done that. Where is my Grail? Grail, there it is. I'm at 32.84% on my Grail. You know what I haven't played in a long time that I should probably revisit is the original StarCraft and Brood Wars. That would probably be fun to blow the dust off of. Yeah, that's true, Mark. I think Unreal, it's kind of the grandfather for all like the more more for the current FPSs than GoldenEye though. But yeah, I mean some of them older games they're just awesome. All right, I feel like we need to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday with this nonsense. I don't know how many guys have been on Diablo 2 since the shenanigans the past 2 days, or even paid attention to it. I don't know if you guys saw that. Monday they had a 6 hour downtime, and then yesterday they had a 6 hour downtime followed by a two-ish hour downtime. So um, they've been having some issues. They're saying it's not delaying any of the 2.4 or ladder stuff, but the data transfer did not go seamless, and there's some issues with it. Um, some obvious, like the that all the names being capitalized now. That's like the obvious one, which apparently they said this is going to take weeks to fix. I don't get that. But apparently the capitalized names is going to take them weeks to fix. Um, I guarantee I could write one script and fix that in a matter of an hour. I don't know why this is going to take weeks to fix. No, I never played Doom. Doom 2 Battle. No. Mm-mm. Haven't been down that one. But here was what was weird when I logged in today. My hotkeys were reset to, I guess, Resurrected's default instead of the Legacy default, which I was using. So it did flip some stuff around, and apparently they wiped the custom hotkeys if you created any. So there's been some stuff. Malicious. If you need an Andes, dude, I'll just give you one. I got so many of them. But yeah, all the skill bot they it didn't go as smooth as they're saying it's not impacting the release dates. What's up, Liam? So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it doesn't, but as people play more, they're going to notice other things that potentially went wrong with the data. So it's only a matter of time. We'll know this, this week. It was really weird. Like, I logged in, and like my potion buttons were no longer 1, 2, 3, 4, which is legacy. They were QWER, which turned out to be the here. These are, well, it reset them again. I had changed it back to legacy, but it reverted again. See, like my potions are QWER. I had literally 20 minutes ago switched this. What's up, Bowan? So anyways, I don't know why that keeps happening. So let's go back to default legacy. See, that's what I'm used to. I don't know. Well, let's test it. Maybe it's per character? Maybe you have to set that per each character? Okay, it's there. Now, I saved it that way on my sorceress. Let's see if it reset it. Okay, it must be a per character basis. That's kind of weird. You have to set default on each character. Yeah, right, malicious. What's up, Bang? So if it's the same on this one, then you have to change it per character basis. Yeah. Each character you have to set the defaults on. Okay. That's back. That's so weird. Why do you have to do this per each character? Alright. Just so you know, if you're using, like I use the legacy, like for potions 1, 2, 3, 4, W for weapon swap, all that kind of stuff. Just that's the legacy default, and apparently they set everybody to D2R defaults. And apparently you have to go back and switch every character. So stupid stuff like that. What's up, Garrett? Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't understand that one. I mean, because in the database, that literally would be just a bit setting. Like 0, well, no, there's 3 potential, right? 0, because you could have custom, I guess. But it's still an int setting, so 1, 2, 3, 0 or 0, 1, 2. That's all that should be. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, it should say for all. What's up, David? That's kind of weird. So apparently you have to set the default for each character. I don't remember it being that way. Ooh, yeah, Garrett, you got screwed by the rollback. Liam, that's what it feels like, right? If you're wanting to just set a default setting, why can you not do that for the entire account? Yeah, here's what happened yesterday. They had the 6-hour window, right? Um, so they went live with that. That was the 10 a.m. to, or was it 12 to 6? Whatever, they had a 6 hour maintenance window again, right? So apparently when that went live, none of the shared stashes worked. Like, everything in shared stash was gone. So they tried to fix it. It was all messed up. So they rolled it all the way back to prior to the maintenance. So 6 hours backwards. So if you'd done anything in that after it went live, it got rolled all the way back. And then then they had the emergency maintenance, which was fixing some other crap. They swear it doesn't affect they said other than that everything went fine, which, and that they were not, it was not going to affect the dates. Yeah, Gary, it sounded like you got screwed big time, dude. But see, here's the thing, and this one struck me as odd because they specifically addressed this. If you'll notice now, everybody's names is in all caps. This happened yesterday. All the names are in all caps. They said this would take weeks to fix, just to revert it back to whatever it was before. It's really, it is really weird, whatever the hell is going on. I guarantee you, I can guarantee you, I could write a script to make these back to whatever they were in an hour. 100%. No doubt in my mind that I could do it. Yeah, some guy. It's what it feels like. They have a one or two man team doing all this stuff. And it's not that it takes that long, weeks to fix it. It's on the back end of a long list of stuff. And when you have only one or two guys plowing through that long list of stuff, it's going to be weeks before he gets to that piece. It's so bizarre. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Eating. They have that rollback point, right? Because they used it yesterday. So they have those original values. I don't know, Mike. It's just it's odd. It's really weird. Yeah, it's just at the very back of the list, and considering I think the manpower that they have dedicated to this stuff at this point, it's going to take them that long just to get to it. What's up, Cranky? What's up, Dark? It's so bizarre, but yeah, that's. I'm just curious. Do I have a character slot? I don't have a character slot. I'm gonna eventually start deleting stuff. I'm curious if you create a new one, whether you can set the. I wonder if it just automatically caps locks it. it's so it's so bizarre. Dark, the 14th is supposed to be 2.4, and they said the shenanigans yesterday is not affecting the dates. But here's another thing that people were kind of picking up on, like the Pez Radar was the one saying all this. He said it wasn't going to affect 2.4. He didn't say anything about ladder. He said it wasn't going to affect 2.4. Whether he left that out or not on purpose, there's people just jumping on every little thing nowadays because you can't really rely on what they're saying. What's up, Dragon? It was just a mess yesterday, man. They said it was a successful deployment of the data, but they had to do a full rollback at one point to fix a bunch of stuff, and then now there's still just little weird issues going on. Don't worry about it, malicious. I appreciate guys that do that, but no, I understand. Yeah, Liam, it's just It's kind of crazy. It really is. I mean, the Pez radar guy made it a point, like when all this stuff failed last week, of saying that they need to communicate better, right? But then he didn't say anything about all the nonsense yesterday until people started bitching. Then he jumped into some random thread about, are the dates being pushed back? Why is all this happening? Then he says something. So it's he in 4 days ago he literally said I need to communicate better, and then yesterday when all this nonsense was happening, he doesn't communicate. So it's just the same. It's just that guy is I don't like him anymore. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, a lot of stuff on him, but I just don't. I don't like him. I just don't like that dude. Yeah, but Alan, I don't blame you. Um, I have the Grail, so the Grail's what's kind of pushing me to keep playing. Because I can work on it. I'm only 32% complete on the Grail, so I'm gonna keep doing that. So, I mean, that's I don't know. I don't think it would be near as bad if that dude would just literally tell us what's going on as it's happening. Declan, I don't blame you, dude. I'm kind of personally invested at this point, so I'm gonna keep pushing through. But yeah, if you haven't played since then, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I get you. I wouldn't. Mike, I go back and forth on that. I think he has a little more sway than maybe we give him credit for, and I think he's just a dipshit. Put it bluntly. Because every once in a while in his posts, you can see his ego kind of coming through. Liam, I don't know. I guess it just depends on how much you want to invest in it at this point. Let's do Countess. I don't know. I don't like that dude anymore. I was trying to give him benefit of the doubt, but I'm not anymore. I think he looks down on the player base. Garrett, I don't even know. Hold on. It is 313. I don't even know what max is on it. I rarely hit stuff with it, so I don't know. Scholar, I don't know, man. I've read that it's going to do it every time, but I haven't tested it myself. What's up, Can? I don't know, Furious. I think he's actually a little more than just a community manager. I mean, I think that's his title, but I think anybody associated with the D2 um, dev team is wearing like multiple hats. So I think he's doing a little more than just being the community manager. I could be wrong. Oh, so it is. See, I thought I'd read that, Scholar that it was resetting every time, but I wasn't actually using custom stuff at this point. I was just kind of surprised when the default settings had changed, which was kind of weird. I looked. I was going to sign up and be try and see if there's any positions open in the D2 team, but you have to literally. They don't do remote. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this. I mean, to me, they're just going about it just way wrong. But it's been kind of how Blizzard's operated for forever. It's just, I don't know, it's just a little weird. I mean, it would kind of make sense, right, if he was having to wear multiple hats because they just don't have a lot of dedicated resources to the game. Maybe wouldn't kind of make sense just how things are running. Hey, who was that? There was somebody on Discord the other day that found a 3815. It's so close to a perfect jewel. Yeah, Can. They're trying to work it in. Get those micros in. Oh, was that you, Can? Dude, that was almost like incredibly good. I mean, 3815 is still amazing, but if you'd actually got that 4015 roll, holy jeez, man. But that's the best one I've seen. You would be, dude. A true 4015, so super rare.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that before. The original Blizzard North team, they were definitely in it. I mean, and they were making money hand over fist, but uh, they definitely seem to have a lot more self. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? They seem to be more self-invested into the games. Nice, Carnage. Oh no, trust me, dude. It's even though I still like end up grabbing like I hadn't actually found one in a while, but I got like 4 or 5 Oculus just sitting in the inventory, just because the Oculus was like before the rune words. Oculus was like the weapon for the sorceress. Yeah, before like Hodo was introduced. Was Hodo one of the new ones? I don't remember anybody running Hodo early back in the day. It might have been a rune word thing where you just couldn't get it. Yeah, Whizspike see it drop pretty good bit. And again, Whiz Spike is gonna be like early on in ladder. People, there's gonna be quite a few people rolling to the to rolling a Whiz Spike. It is, man. I enjoy playing mine. Yeah, you're right, Scala. There is. There's certain items we can't avoid
I
picking
can't
up,
carry anymore.
even after we don't need it anymore. One day I'll see that Griff. What's up, Ken? What's going on with you, man?
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, it's about all. It's about what all of us are doing, really. Yeah, Liam. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I just want to see it fall. I just want to see it fall on the ground.
I am overburdened.
I hear you, Scrunchy. Yeah, Cranky. The way it works, it's not really a tutorial. It's like every time you start a new game with 7 days, it drops you in, and then it runs you through like 10 quick little, I guess you could call them like little beginner quests to show you like basic stuff to start with, and then it just drops you off. But it walks you through far enough to where you can get going. We did we did hit our 14-day last night. It actually went pretty smooth. I think my base setup was pretty decent. And I saw they dropped the Diablo 4 quarterly update as late as they could drop it, but when it's still included in the quarter. I thought that was kind of funny. Sure doesn't feel like Blizzard's getting, staying ahead of the game. It feels like they're just like barely hanging on. uh, yeah, Sinister. I mean, I don't really have an issue with the way it looks per se. I mean, you got to figure they got to advance the graphics. It can't stay in this mode, even though I don't have a problem with the graphics in this game. Maybe a nostalgia thing. Um, but I'm just afraid of how they're going to handle the loot system, and what that's going to be the thing. That was what happened with Diablo 3. The loot they didn't get the loot system right. Um, and that's what the draw is with Diablo 4. They got the loot, or Diablo 2 is they got the loot system for the most part almost perfect. Nah, Jordan, you're right on that. Yeah, D3 just they did not get the loot the system. They just did not nail it. Do I want to do anything in Act 2? I guess I could just run the chaos a little bit. I'm only going to run the flat. See, I'm not going to do that one. I'm just going to run the flat one. Yeah, this one. This one here. Yeah, I don't really care for the ancient tunnels. Honestly, I don't think the ancient tunnels density is that good. I mean, it's good for a cold sort because there's lack of cold immunes, but density wise, I just don't think the density is actually that great. So I mean, some people love running ancient tunnels. I don't really care for ancient tunnels. Even when I was running cold sork, I skipped it.
I am overburdened.
Hey, and I got the summoner. I mean, I hope they get away from like the big number damage that they did in D3. I haven't looked. Have they even gotten that far into the gameplay as far as how the weapons and items and stuff stack up? See, I don't like how they got like if you get it to items like this is 128 to 124. I don't want 2,500 to 3,000 damage. I don't want that. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Yeah. Oh, it did show the big numbers again. See, I don't care for that. I don't know why. I just don't care for it. Yeah, it kind of minimizes when you actually do big damage because when they're showing numbers like that out of the gate, then the big damage spikes just don't feel as big. I don't know if you guys follow it. Like if you're doing 3,000 damage out of the gate with like your basic weapons, then when you hit like 10 or 12, it just doesn't feel like that big of an increase. Right, you want to feel the increase. Exactly. That's kind of the right. It's yeah, exactly, Sinister. You're nailing it. I mean that to me that's just I don't know. I don't care for that. It's a minor thing, but I think a lot of people kind of feel that way. I mean, they did it in WoW, and they had to kind of like flatten the damage in one of the later X packs because I mean it was kind of starting to do that. Right, and I think that was kind of the main driver behind when, because for a while there in World of Warcraft, you know, when you're approaching that level 100 thing, and they in boss fights you were doing like the Lightning Sentry base. You were doing like million damage hits and crap. It was stupid looking. Is that worth keeping, or do you need multiple mods on that? It's a place I'm gonna hang on to it just in case. I don't remember off the top of my head on the claw bases, the white bases, what mods you wanted on them. You need the +2 traps on top of that. I'm gonna hang on to it just in case. It's kind of cool looking, if nothing else. But yeah, I think it needed like the +2. You wanted to pull like +5 out of the base before even putting a rune word in it. Yeah, Mike. I can see that as well. It was just I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing.
I am overburdened.
Um, I just hope they don't scale the damage numbers like that again in D4. But we'll see. I think that's a long ways off. Stupid Stygian dolls.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were talking about that game in terms of open world. It'd be interesting to see how that shakes out. But again, if the loot system sucks, then it don't matter what kind of world you're playing in. It's going to be tough for them to replicate. I mean, that's just going to be tough in general because everybody's going to always compare the loot system to this game, right? Go in there, dude. Kill him. But we'll see. I think that thing is years off from being released. Might be in old folks' homes by the time that game comes out. The loot boxes. Yeah, you know, they get a great deal for 50 loot boxes. I don't know. I the way things have been rolling out from Blizzard, even though by the time that game comes out it'll be Microsoft. Um,
I
I'm not holding my breath. But it might be good. Even though I say I won't do it, I'll probably try and play it at release. You know, it'll be another typical Blizzard release and piss everybody off and be bitching about the same things again. For those that have not played PD2, there was kind of a cool thing they did with the Stygian dolls. In Project Diablo 2, when the Stygian doll died, it didn't immediately explode. It put like this little marker that you could kind of back away from. It gave you like a split second to get away from the Stygian doll explosion. I thought that was a pretty nice rework on the Stygians. Yeah, they'll tie in Halo. For sure. Like, you're just screwed if you're near a Stygian doll when it pops. There's no getting away from it. It's just horrible. Yeah, Scholar, I think them days are gone, dude. I mean, all the devs. I mean, regardless of which company, they all seem to follow that same path. And I don't know if it's just the games are that much more complicated, or if they're just that much lazier. And corporate's just pulling all the strings now as far as release times on games. Oops, helps if I had R on. There we go. Yeah, the Iron Maiden stuff used to really suck. I mean, it made the mercs even less worthless. I mean more worthless than they are now. Even your Act 2 merc could not live through the Iron Maidens and Chaos Sanctuary. It just couldn't do it. Of course, this one's going to be so far away. I can't. It take me. I'm not going to run Mephisto again, unless I'm running my Sork. Yeah, right. Alpha. That kills me when I look at that game because yeah, I mean it's been on alpha since 2013. I think they're trolling at this point. I think it's going to just stay alpha because they got another release slated for it, a new update. Um, but they're on like alpha 20 point whatever. Yeah, you couldn't run a Chaos character, or you couldn't run Chaos with a melee character before the Iron Maiden changes. You couldn't do it. You kill yourself so fast. Honestly, I think that's why I didn't run Chaos that much back in the day. Stop. Stupid Stygian dolls. And of course I get a map where it's so far to the way down to the third level. It's so obnoxious. Oh my god. Get away. Nah, Liam, you literally don't put. You'll have a point in Holy Fire, I think, just because you want to get to. Um, yeah, just because you need to get down to Conviction, you have to put a point here. See, like I don't have one in Shock. I have one here, but that's just to get to Conviction. Yeah, don't run Mephisto with an Arden apparently, since I can't teleport. This is getting obnoxious. I could have run Chaos like 5 times already trying to do this. So there's some Rondichet, but it could be worth looking at. One socket, of course. Don't matter. 20 resist. I feel like I'm going to get killed by these damn Stygians. I think I'm finally here. Yeah, we'll just do trav. Okay, kill my merc. Oh well. I think my merc's kind of shitty on this guy anyways. What's up, David? What's going on with you, man? David, I appreciate you, dude. Welcome to the club, man. Train gang. I'd imagine they're pretty expensive.
You're too late.
Okay. Actually, I don't know that I've found. I think I've found that already. I think I've found a lidless. I might not have. Alright. Took forever to get here. I have not found lidless yet. And then string. I have not found string. So actually, he actually dropped me 2 items I hadn't found yet. That's cool. Eh. Well, at least I got something that I can mark off my list. Just took me 20 minutes to get here. Did I kill him already? Yeah, I guess so. Let's go back and do trav real quick. Unfortunately, Mephisto will have to be scratched off the list for this dude.
I can't carry anymore.
God dang, getting hit by everything and the brother out there.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, did I leave a small charm there?
I am overburdened.
So we're kind of in a Schrodinger's cat scenario now with the small charm. Could be a 7%er.
I can't carry anymore.
Yep, could be a 320-20. Do we go back and check it? It's not that far into trav. But as Diablo players, we always go back and look, right? It could be a 1 max. But if we know it's there, as Diablo players, we always go back and look, right? We always have to look. Oh, I'm going to go back for it. We always have to look. I mean, if you don't know it's there, it's one thing, right? Can feign ignorance, but you guys have told me it's there. I have to go back and look at it now. Well, yeah, I didn't even know. I mean, I wouldn't even notice that charm had fallen if you guys hadn't said anything, right? So how many times has that happened when I was playing and was just, was just solo running? How many items have we actually? I mean, because that's probably happened to us all at some point, right? You just didn't see the drop. At least right now, you guys are kind of looking over my shoulder and actually see them, but. What have we left laying on the ground? Worst case scenario, you left a high rune laying there. I think the most missed items for me is charms. I always miss charms. Just gets mixed up in the wave of blue. Have you found it yet, Cam? That's not bad if Jaw's the only one you're missing. It's kind of funny, when I found that Zod rune, that was literally the last one I haven't found.
Not even death can save you from me.
So I wouldn't say it was in order, but it was pretty close. Alright, we have to go look at that charm now. Yeah, right. I mean, it could potentially be a good rune. I mean, a good charm. It's right there. I just ran right past it. Three to 5. But if I hadn't checked it, it was a 320-20. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it just in case. You never know. Alright, so I'm gonna run. That was chaos. I'm gonna go ahead and run Whirlstone. Oop, no. Not coming back here. Yep, exactly. That is one thing about this dude. I can just walk through just about anywhere. Who's calling me? I'm getting a lot of spam calls here lately. Even more than usual. Yeah, right. I'm sure I'll find one. I'll hold it for Sunday. My dad was tickled he won something Sunday. Really, Scrunch? I've only found one high rune, like doing that leveling grind in cows. I've only found the one. But I mean, it was a burr rune, so it was worth it. But that's one thing I like about the dream set is proccing the confused,
Carry anymore.
watching them fight amongst themselves. Solid charm. Low rune was actually the first high rune I found in D2R, and I did find that leveling. Like I found it on my Sork before I even finished Hell difficulty. So that was kind of crazy. See them fighting now? They're just killing each other. See if it procs again. I think it's on hit. Is it on my hit? I can't remember.
I am overburdened.
See all of them confused.
I can't carry anymore.
Confuse is such a great spell.
I am overburdened.
full on gold already? Christ. What's going on, Spartan? It's not bad. Not bad.
Salutations.
I think I'm full again. Christ. Pretty much full on gold again. Oh shit, is he on Twitter running his mouth? I hadn't seen that. I'm telling you, dude has an ego problem. Yeah, that's, I mean, as a community manager, should you really be getting into Twitter arguments? Is that really what you want to put forth? What's up, Greg? Nah, not really. I mean, we had a little nonsense that happened yesterday, but I mean, it's not game breaking, but it's not the best look for him. And Doman sounds like he had a pretty good start to it. I'll have to look. I don't know. I think the dude has a bit of an ego thing. Seems like I saw something somewhere. Somebody posted it. It might have been on Reddit. Where he was... I'm assuming he thinks he's a workout freak, a gym rat, because he's something to the effect. And he might have been on Twitter, maybe in his bio. He's like, "This is what a Blizzard developer looks like," or something. It was something along those lines, which is like, I mean, let's face it, that's pretty cringy. Yeah, it's crunchy. I tend to stay away from Twitter. But, again, dude strikes me as having a bit of an ego. Yeah, I hear you, Cranky. Spartan, he's the Blizzard community manager, or the Diablo 2 community manager. It's Pez Radar. What's up, Mez Matronic? Yeah, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, Pez Radar. Yeah, Eden. He's the one that puts out all the communications when it comes to Diablo 2 stuff. Damn, nice, Liam. Yeah, Mez, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, I can see both chats in one window, but yeah, I, I, I'm not talking to like ghosts. I'm actually talking to two different chats. Sorry, man. I usually try and explain that, but yeah, my bad. I can see both, but yeah, you can't.
I'm overburdened.
Yeah, it could. I could imagine that looking kind of weird. Wow, lots of stuff on there. That was almost good. Yeah, it's pretty expensive because I mean, at this point in the game, it's not terrible. Dual Dream, that's Jaw, so two Jaw runes, two high runes there. Sir Low, so two there, and Sir Cham Low, so three there, so five. Yeah, seven high runes for the basic setup. So it's not cheap. Yeah, sometimes I feel like just if I gotta hit stuff, it takes way too long, and then he doesn't drop crap. And that kind of sucked. That full run, I only got 2 items to drop for Grail. Play the Necro and Pits for a little bit. Alright, let's make sure I don't have to reset anything. I think it's just the custom stuff. Yeah, it's just the custom stuff. So we're okay there at least. I got somebody's Ist runes. I'll have to look and see. I owe somebody 2 more Ist runes and a Chom rune. Mike, I think these are yours, aren't they? No, Cranky, he got his Ist runes. I think these are Mike's. I don't know if Mike's still on. Let's see, Pits. What's up, Ross? What's going on with you, man?
I need mana.
Of course, mana burn. God, the spammers are hitting me hard today. Like the 4th call I've gotten today. Oh shit, where's my cube at? Shit, I left my scrolls and everything back in my inventory. What the hell? Not yet. Boy, they were hitting it hard last night. It was kind of funny. I don't know why I picked that up. I don't have a book for it to go in. Alright, so here's my cube. Let's put these, I think these are Mike Vitals. Yeah. It's kind of funny, to be perfectly honest. Eh.
Can't carry anymore.
Oh, is this guy full on gold too? What the hell, man? Yeah, I need to check. Might have to do some more gambling. Now, at least he's almost full. Yeah, yeah. Gold for days. What were we trying? We were trying to gamble rings or something the other day. I think I might have to switch back to circlets again, though. I'd really love to try and gamble a griffin, since I ain't gonna have one drop. It's kind of funny though. I don't say I have a gambling problem, but I do enjoy actual gambling. I love going to Vegas. We've made several trips out to Vegas, and it was literally just to hang out in the casinos. I think I've gotten that. Which one is that? Yeah, I got that. No, Liam. I have to draw the line somewhere, right? That's where I've drawn it.
I can't carry anymore.
It's kind of funny because like the stuff, like to me, gambling is when you don't have another way. Like for instance, if you go gambling in Vegas, the loot box is not to me gambling. That's just, let me back up. Like loot boxes, people consider the gambling part like hoping you get what you're looking for in the loot boxes. But if there's a way to earn like a loot box for free, I will always try and cheap out and go that route. Always. Like from what I hear, like in what was the game that just released? Lost Ark? Yeah. You can like buy stuff to get you started easier. But if you could just do playthrough, I will always choose that route. Like in Overwatch, the same way. You could technically buy the loot boxes, but since you get one every time you level and like other ways to get them, I will always go the long route. Scrunchy, I couldn't tell most of my Vegas stories. They're pretty outrageous, honestly. Right, Aaron. I'm kind of the same way. If I have like a way to do it for free, like I won't spend real money on that kind of stuff. If there's a way, an option in game to literally get them for free. Like League was kind of like that. League of Legends, you can earn some of the skins for free, but they always kind of hung out some of them that you could only buy. And since League was a free game, and skins are just kind of that. Yeah, it might, Liam. I did buy some League skins, but they were again, for those that don't know, my whole thing around League is kind of building around trolley characters. Like I play Teemo, that's all I'll play is Teemo, which if you're not familiar with League is kind of a troll. People hate people that play that character. So I bought some Teemo skins just to up the troll level. So that's kind of it's kind of twisted, I think, but it's kind of how I approached it. Because you could get like there's like I don't even know how many characters in League of Legends, but you could earn free skins for all of them. But I only really played the one that everybody hated, So I bought skins for that particular one. No, Mark. No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. There's people that hate anybody that picks him right out of the gate. Declan, they're saying the stuff that happened yesterday won't push it back. They're saying it's going to be on the 28th. So no, Mark, I disagree. Anybody hates. Because that's all I'd play, and I would pick any lane. It didn't matter. I would just pick, and I'd play top, which is normal. But there's some people that would jungle. I'd jungle. I'd support. I'd 80. I'd play mid, and people would hate that. Hey, what's up, Fuzzy? Aaron, I watched parts of it. It was kind of long, and it really is not showing us a lot, right? It's showing us more artistic, the scenery, that kind of stuff, and not really getting into the gameplay or any of the nitty gritty stuff that I want to see, like itemization, that sort of stuff. I feel like they're putting out that high level top down stuff because they're so far behind. Well, Mark, man, you should know, man. If you just pick him, people will hate that. They hate it. It's not every game, but there's always going to be somebody that goes, "Why are you picking that? You suck." Yeah, I know, Ross. No, it looks great. Um, Again, I think we're only getting those high level concept pieces as far as what they're showing in gameplay is because they're so far behind in the game release. And all your names are capitalized now if you haven't noticed that. This was part of yesterday's debacle. It capitalized everybody's names, character names. I couldn't explain why. I'm gonna show y'all something too. So I've been working on a Neolithok video. So here's my keys so far. These are all just destruction keys. And I've already given away 24 of them. And I've gotten this many more. But how many is that? It's 9, 17 plus 3. So I got 20. So I've gotten 44 keys so far. Yeah, it's a lot of keys. I'm actually hitting it at about a 1 in 10 drop on the keys. So I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, they're all just destruction keys. I'm just running Neolithok because I'm doing a video on Neolithok. So I've been getting a lot of keys. Yeah, I gave 24 away because just I was full and I got 20 more. Ross. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I've had a really hot streak on just keys in general from Neil Thought for sure. Aaron, I mean, I probably should. I mean, we're still, what, a month out? A little less than a month, but we're still a little ways out. I don't think I do. I got mainly like barb. I got one. I got an 1111. Yeah, man, it's kind of stupid. The whole capital letters thing, I don't understand. I don't get it. Let's go run. Let's run Indariel. I haven't run her in a while. See what she drops. You know, and I can kind of get that. What's weird is, well, and we talked about it earlier. They literally. I don't want to do this. Not here. I don't want to run pits. They said it would take them months or weeks to fix that the capital letters thing. So I think they literally have two people on the Diablo 2 team. The maintenance went horribly, but they said it went live. They had to do a rollback, which screwed some people over. Did I miss something? Yeah. It didn't go well. I don't think it went very smooth at all. It went live, and then they had to roll it all the way back to yesterday morning when it first started. So people lost stuff. Then they had to do an emergency maintenance for a couple hours more. I forget what they said the issues were. I think the emergency maintenance was the stashes, the shared stashes not converting properly. Yeah, they had a lot of issues with it, but they didn't. They said they pushed it live, and it's out there now. And they made a point of saying that it was not going to postpone 2.4. So we shall see. But it was definitely not the smoothest one. Yeah, I actually got quite a few. I don't think I've gotten the Tau weapon yet. Ooh, it's a horrible one, but we can scratch it off. Scratch that off. I don't think I've gotten this longsword yet either. Hell Plague? I didn't even know it was called that. Hell Plague? Nope, hadn't got that either. Cool. No, Aaron, I am all. To me, it's. Well, Pez Radar has made my shit list. I don't like that dude at all. The actual people having to try and do the work, I feel sorry for them. I think they just got a group of inexperienced people trying to handle some really high level stuff. Well, Andy's went actually pretty good. Let's try Mephisto. Well, Aaron, it's not about the 20-year-old code, to be perfectly honest. The code has nothing to do with it. Like Java and PHP, which are still like some of the main languages used today, they're 30 years old at this point. The old code has nothing to do with it. Maybe some of the designs might be a little antiquated, but it's the infrastructure thing more than anything else. The biggest issue with this game is the database structure. Now there might be some of the code involved in just the save portion of the games, but it's minuscule compared to just the issues they're having with the infrastructure and the architecture of the database stuff. And they've admitted as much. So it's not really. You'll dive into the code portion of things when you're dealing with the actual updates like the 2.4 stuff. But the 2.4 stuff, I don't think is the holdup. I think it's the database stuff. Yeah, it's not the code. It's because the Blizzard. Let's put it this way: like Blizzard is behind the architecture, right? As far as the database, the infrastructure. Like Vicarious handled the code. The game itself is fine. So yeah, it's the devs. I think are doing they're doing a pretty decent job. When you get into the 2.4, the update stuff, the balancing changes, all that kind of stuff. That's a different. You got to look at it as two different pieces. Like you have that part, but then you have the infrastructure part, which is the database, the servers, and all that. That's the side that's causing all the problems. I don't think flesh render. Have I gotten that? Come on. Nope, haven't gotten that either. Boy, we're checking some stuff off now. So yeah, I put it squarely on Blizzard. Not the and because technically, even though Vicarious was absorbed by Blizzard, that development team in itself has handled, like, they did the balancing stuff and the 2.4 update changes. I think that for the most part, there was some hitches in it, but for the most part, that went fairly smooth. But the infrastructure problems is so bad. Ook, it's pushed back to the 28th, man. And back to what I was saying, the infrastructure, the Blizzard architecture, Blizzard behind the re-architecture of the database stuff, that's what's pushing it back. That's the whole problem. 2.4 is ready. It's the architecture behind it that's not. One day we'll be speaking of the ladder in the past tense, and we'll actually be on it. One day. Aaron, honestly, I think they're having to redo PTR because the server structure of PTR doesn't match live, and that's where the biggest problems stem from. So I think they're having to rebuild PTR's server structure because they admitted that. Let me back up a little bit. So the normal way to approach when you build a PTR is that it matches live, not only in having the base code structure in place, but having the infrastructure in place. Like when they built this PTR, they did not replicate like the regional servers. So they had PTR on one server, basically one server cluster, like it's just playing on one region. So then when they pushed it to multiple regions, that's what broke. Was they didn't account for the testing with multiple regions. That's why all this stuff got pushed back, is because PTR was structured around one regional or one region, and live is based off of multiple regions. And they didn't test it that way. Well, Aaron, I think they I think they realized that the current structure just doesn't work. So it's still there, and you could probably just spin it back up. But I think they kind of want to put it to a point to where it's going to match live. So I don't know that they're I don't know that they're actually going to flip it back on until they get it to that state. Lion, what's going on, dude? Has it already been 3 months? That's crazy. I mean, it was just kind of a rookie move on their part to structure PTR the way they did. And it really is. Standard business practice is to make them both match. So, that's a management issue. Somebody in management made a bad call or didn't even know that they were supposed to do that. Either way, it's bad. And it very well could have been a Blizzard thing where they went, we don't have the budget to set it up that way. Yeah, Wiley, 100%, dude. 100. I agree with that 100%. It'll always be where they cut corners. Yeah, Aaron, you're right. And it doesn't even matter the industry. That's just across the board, right? Yeah, Scrunchy, that's probably part of it. I don't necessarily think that's a big part of it, though. In the entire scheme of things, the declone stuff is just minor, a minor portion. Just the fact that you create PTR without replicating the regional um, database structure is just that to me just blows my mind. But again, it could have been a budget thing, a budgetary issue. You have this much money to set PTR up. Okay, we can't do that and set up multiple servers for regions. Well, then just set up one and go with it. That very well could have been it. All low rolls. That sucks. Oh, well, that was a boss pack. This could be Azurath. That was a boss pack that died right there. Nope, still a lightsaber. I think I've found a lightsaber already. I have not. Okay, cool. We can try a scratch lightsaber off. I mean, regardless, it's inching closer and closer. I thought for sure that yesterday that they failed to apply the database stuff again. Which, if that had happened yesterday, then 100% it would have been pushed back. But they said it went live, so I guess we take their word for it.
Not even death can save you from me.
I don't know if I've gotten the halberd. Woe stave. Didn't know that was called that either. Nope, have not found it. Well, now we're really doing it. What's up, Bob? Yeah, Fuzzy. And, you know, here's the thing. Again, and it just completely, it just keeps blowing my mind. I think they could have made more money off the title just by implementing things in a more timely manner. They would have had more game sales. And, you know, as much as I hate it, if they needed the cash flow to keep the game running and they wanted to institute, like, purchasing stash tabs, I guess I wouldn't have had a problem with that. I'd have grumbled a bit, but I'd eventually would have probably paid more money for some stash tabs. If the game was running good and they were putting out the ladder at a timely manner, I would not have had a problem with that. Right. I would have grumbled, and then I'd have bought some stash tabs. But that would have been in conjunction with timely ladder release, smooth transitions to updates. And they're failing so hard on that front that they cannot monetize the game to make a little bit extra cash on it. Outside of just selling, and you know, if they were having nice smooth ladder seasons, they'd sell more copies of the game. But they're just failing on all fronts, not only losing money, throwing money in the hole trying to get this stuff out, that they're losing opportunity to make a little extra money on it. It's just bad, dude. They're just not running their business. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just so poorly handled that they've lost the opportunities to actually monetize the game a little more, if that's where the problem lies. Yeah, right, Grant. Exactly. I mean, we've been talking about this for months at this point. Months. Here we are rolling. It's it's slated for the end of April. Blue Berserker Axe. Is that worth looking at? I always used to like looking at these. Looking for a cruel Berserker Axe. Yeah, Aaron, that's what I mean. You know, they've squandered opportunities to actually make a little more money off of it. If this thing was running smooth and they were just kicking ass, getting the updates and stuff out, I'd probably would sink some money into a microtransaction for stash tabs or something along those lines. Yeah, Bob, the keybind thing's jacked up. That's part of the nonsense from yesterday. You still have to pay a subscription to play World of Warcraft? Fuzzy, they wiped the keybinds. Basically, you have to redo them.
I need mana.
Yeah, it's still that much? Good God. Is the player base even still there? I heard a lot of people had transitioned over to Final Fantasy because of the way they were handling the X packs for WoW. Boy, they milked the hell out of that one, didn't they? Huh. That's curious. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's been years since I played that game at this point. Guess I need to see if any of the people that I used to... They're still on my friends list. I hadn't noticed whether they were on WoW or not, to be perfectly honest. Oh yeah. So what World of Warcraft peak at? Like 10, 15 million? Yeah, Fuzzy, I did too. I didn't even buy that X pack. I actually did the Classic. When Classic came back, I played that for a little while, but I didn't even finish leveling. I lost interest pretty quick. I didn't even hit 60 when Classic. I just stopped. That's crazy, Ook. Yeah, Ross, I mean, I think most of us would be, if they were, you know, giving us updates and actually handling the game, I don't think any of us, I mean, there'd be some grumbling about paying a subscription for anything, but, I mean, if the game was good, yeah, sure. I hear you, Andrew. Lich King was my favorite one, by far. By far. I think it was the best designed X-Pack to a game, almost, well, to WoW, uh, out of all of them. They nailed it with the Lich King. That was a great one. What came after that one? Was it the Panda one? David, it's I don't know. I wasn't terribly impressed with it. I think they're just so far behind, and they promised quarterly reports that they just put something out. Because it was it really that different from the previous quarterly report? It was just more scenery, wasn't it? I mean, they showed some stuff, but yeah, right. I think. I mean, they have obviously got people working on it, but I think that team is so short-staffed at this point that I think they just try to put out some high-level, top-down, artistic pieces without getting into any kind of details of the gameplay. What's up, Chad? So, I mean, it's... I'm surprised they put it out, but they did say that they were going to do quarterly reports, so they put what it come out today or yesterday? But we're literally right at the cutoff. Congrats, Lorian. Good for you, dude. W's for Lorian in chat. What's going on, Nocturnal? Yeah, I mean, they did some good stuff. Well, I guess you could call it good stuff. I think it's just from quarter to quarter. That's not a lot of movement, right? Yeah, the depth changes. It's pretty cool. It is. But that's not a lot of movement from last quarter to this quarter, right? I think they're just trying to show something. so that's they had to show something, so they put that out there. But the movement's definitely been pretty slow. But I think all the development teams are really in short-staffed. Lorian, that's amazing, dude. I'm happy for you, dude. Yeah, Chad, it was a filler. It was. They knew they had to get something out before the end of the month. So they're like, what can we show? What can we show? Let's show them going across this tightrope and down a ladder. Because that was the gist of it. Let's face it, that was the gist of the update. Look, you could go down ladders. But again, and I was talking about this on a stream earlier, if you look at their job board right now, they have hundreds of development jobs open. Because they announced the new game, right? So they're looking for new people, or looking for people to start in on the new game. Right, exactly, Chad. And I think they're purposely staying away from that piece of it. No, Fuzzy, the up ladders is going to be in the next quarterly release. Oh. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel bad trashing the company that put out some of my most favorite game titles. I mean, seriously, some of my most favorite game titles. Because it's such a shadow of itself at this point. The company is. There you go, Lorian. First dad joke from some guy. Write that down. What am I doing? I forgot where I was at. What is sash? This is a low level sash, isn't it? Death. I don't think I've got that. Oh man. I don't think we're going to see any gameplay in the next one. It literally can be a version of going up a ladder. Yeah, Scrunchy. I mean, that's the whole thing, dude. Right? That was the a big piece of the whole Warzone Call of Duty stuff was them laying off a third of their QA team. That was so bad. Right when the game releases. All right. Yeah, we need people to test and debug, but you guys are fired. That was such a horrible move. Stygian's still trying to kill me even now. Yeah, David, I did too. I got tired of the rifts pretty early. I tried it. I mean, I played it for a little while. I just got tired of it pretty quick. Did I get this yet? I don't know if I have blade bone. Right, Scrunchy, when they made their most money. That's what's so crazy. I'd have found that. Because, I mean, the whole Warzone thing made them so much money. So they try and trim the budget out of it. It's kind of a weird move on their part, I thought. Well, it's kind of a Bobby Kotick move. So I guess I shouldn't be terribly surprised. Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't mind at all saying that that dude's an absolute piece of trash. I would squarely put the fall of Blizzard on him. I mean, you could blame the culture, but he's the top guy, and I think he propagated it. How'd that turn out, Scrunchy? I know you were talking about it last week. I could do some deer chili, man. You know, it's funny. We had all the talk about Popeyes, and you know, people were going and getting Popeyes. I still haven't had any. Yeah, the thing about when you make some chili, man, you make something to go for a few days. These Sanders, I'm pretty sure I've gotten these. Yeah, I have. And it's kind of funny because I'm weird about leftovers. I usually won't eat leftovers, but there's certain ones like I'll eat leftover fried chicken, chili, always chili, and like spaghetti. That's about it. Anything else leftover, I usually not a fan of. I mean, honestly, it's kind of hard to beat cold fried chicken. Leftover fried chicken? Man. I can't even do leftover pizza. I can't. I can't do leftover pizza. I used to. But I've gotten to where, yeah, once I've, had my initial fill of a pizza, I can't go back to it.
I need mana.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I used to be that way, but now I can't. I don't know why. There's only certain things that I could go back to. No, We usually try and get just enough. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten the kite shield yet. Well, I don't think I'd got that yet. No, I haven't. I have not gotten the kite shield yet. How? No, well, Liam, there's usually not any leftover barbecue. In fact, we're supposed to be doing like a multiple birthday thing tomorrow. So we go and get some barbecue for that. And I guarantee you, there probably won't be any left over. Joe, that kind of thing falls into um, like the chili thing for me. Like my wife makes like a corn chowder. That would fall into that kind of same type of thing. So like a veggie beef soup is another one. I could do reheated soup, but to me that kind of falls in under the whole chili genre. I don't like mac and cheese. That's probably a pretty bad take, considering where I live. I don't like mac and cheese. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I don't like iced tea either. Sweet tea. Considering where I live, that's almost blasphemy that I don't like sweet tea. I don't like mac and cheese. I don't know what it is. My wife loves it. Multiple people in her family make amazing mac and cheese, but I don't care for it. I've never been a mac and cheese fan. I'm telling you, it's weird, right? Especially where I'm at. Because, like, we go to her parents, and her mother always insists on making, like, the Sunday dinner. And, like, I'm fine with, like, all other kinds of, Southern comfort food. I love collards, uh, cabbage, just any of that kind of stuff. I just can't. I won't even put mac and cheese on my plate. Yeah, Dave, that's what I'm saying. I get more odd looks for the sweet tea thing. Well, yeah, Spartan. That's my father-in-law. Her mother makes it really sweet, and then he puts more sugar in it. No, Case, please don't. I get it. We all have our oddities. I don't want to hear it. Every one of y'all have some food that I would think y'all crazy for not liking. I don't want to hear it. Everybody's got them. Mine just happens to be mac and cheese, and I don't like sweet tea. Now, it is frowned upon a little more considering, my my family in. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Seafood. I think you're crazy for not liking seafood. But there's plenty of people like that. It's like oysters. My wife will not eat an oyster unless it's fried hard as a rock. Yeah, Nora, there's something wrong with you, man. I was just kidding. We all have our things. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, Andrew, exactly. We're in the same boat, man. Sweet tea is the same in Texas as it is here, man. They drink it with everything. We all have our limits. We all have them. It's just how it is. Even the ones we think might be universal. Like a lot of you guys might think mac and cheese is universal love. It's not, man. It is. Yeah, Andrew, it is here in North Carolina too, man. It is. It's like a religion when it comes to sweet tea. Yeah, Joe, that's what I'm talking about. I love oysters any type of way. See, Liam, that's all I'm saying. I get that look when I'm somewhere around my wife's family and they ask me what I want to drink or if I want some tea and I go no, and I get that look. I get the eyeball.
Not enough mana.
Stop shooting that shit at me. I don't know if I've gotten this. Soul Flay? I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, get the serious stink eye over that one. Soul Flay. Yeah, I've gotten it. Yeah, see, I've never been a fan of Dr. Pepper either. My wife loves it. Dr. Pepper tastes weird to me. No, Case, dude. If I don't like any of the mac and cheese that anybody in my wife's family has made, there's just not going to be any mac and cheese that I'm going to like. What's going on, Rofo? Again, that's one of them things. Some people. Sun drop. But my wife for the longest time, all she would drink was Dr. Pepper. She loves it. She doesn't drink it that much anymore. Aaron, you would probably love it. I mean, I don't doubt for a second that they make incredible mac and cheese. It's bland to me just in general. Like any mac and cheese I've ever had anywhere just is a bland food to me. Maybe that's why I need something with maybe they make one with a little more kick to it or something. And I'd probably like that more. I mean, even like collards for me was kind of an acquired taste. I didn't eat collards for the longest time. Man, I love collards now. But I don't think I'll ever make that full transition because, like, her family loves chitlins. I'm not even gonna try it. I do like potato salad. Oh yeah, I can do the hell out of some potato salad. I was gonna bring that one up, Case, because that's actually kind of funny how that one becomes such a big divide, right? I am not a fan of pineapple on pizza. I don't like it. It doesn't belong there. Now watch.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
There's some people that swear by it. They love it. I am not a fan. I can't do it. Does not belong on a pizza. Look at how this helmet rolled. Would this not have been an amazing summoner druid helmet if it had rolled +2? I picked this up the other day when I was rolling Neelathok. Dude, if this had been a +2 Druid helm, this would have been an amazing summoner helmet for the new 2.4. Yeah. This is blue wolf pelt. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I'm going to hang on to it. It's kind of neat. It's still going to be a +4. Because Wolverine, Heart of Wolverine is the one you usually run with the summoner, right? I'm pretty sure it is. But actually, that'd have been, yeah. The bonus AR is nice. Too bad it wasn't something along more of the lines of Feral Druid set up. But I thought it was a pretty cool roll. It's a good starter summoner pelt. Nah, I can't. I just can't do it. Shadow Fang. I'm pretty sure I got that one already too. No, I have not. Cool. Check that one off. I think it's a decent helmet. I mean, it's not like off the charts crazy or anything, but well, it was pretty close to rolling like a pretty trophy helmet or pelt. No, you can't cook. You don't cook pineapple. That's the whole problem. Cooking a pineapple. Where does pineapple belong? In a nice drink or raw?
can't carry anymore.
Yeah, I think that's it for me, Scholar. I think it's just them being warm. It does something. I don't. I just can't do it. Corn? That's definitely a new one for me. The upside down cake is, it's not a no for me, but it's still that whole warm pineapple thing. I don't know. It's just a little weird. But I wouldn't turn down pineapple turnover cake at all. It's weird. It's like a weird one-off for me. Yeah, I just cut up pineapple. Or blend it into a nice tropical alcoholic drink. To me, if you're going to do any sort of tropical drink, it has to involve coconut or pineapple or both. Well, Aaron, it's getting close to dinner for me, so this is the natural course of the conversations in my stream. The closer it gets to time to eat, the more we tend to talk about food. Liam, that or versions of, because we make my wife. Well, we found it in Charleston. See you, man. It's called a painkiller, and it's like a pina colada, but it also involves some other stuff. Oh man, dude, I wouldn't disagree with that, Aaron. That's a pretty good start. Alright, we already found angelics. Actually need that. Nor my wife does. I'm not a cook. I won't say I can't cook. I don't like to. You know, I was sitting there wondering if I should look at that Stygian, right? Scholar, you'd love the painkiller, man, because it's like 10 times better. I really need to look at this for the 2.4 stuff. Mmm. That's considered a spear? Yeah, it's a spear. I'm supposed to be getting rid of stuff, though. Yeah, it's not ethereal, though. I was trying to think of a use for it on character, But the Zons will have their class specific ones, so I don't see a use for this. Yeah, Aaron, but they'll probably for the Zons you'll want to go a Zon specific one because you could get plus skill on it. So I don't. Can you get plus skill on the white Zon spears? You can, can't you? I don't remember. Yeah, that's what I thought. So for the Zon Infinities, you'll want to build it into one that has plus skills on it. So yeah, that still wouldn't fall on that. What's up, Kenny? Nice, Ken. Yeah, this is this was ethereal. I'd hang on to it, but I'm trying to make space. Well, that's the other thing. I haven't looked into the base speeds, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna let it lay. If it was perfect, I might have hung on to it. I've been getting a lot of hell runes. I need to keep the chip diamonds. Oh, so 4-socket would probably be fairly easy to get for Stygian. If it had been a 15-3, I might have held it. But I don't. It's just going to take up space in my inventory at this point. Scrunchy, you might be right, because I never got rid of any of my stuff. I got that. I might not have gotten this. Angelic. I think this finishes the Angelic set for me. Nope, I've already gotten that as well. Interesting. I find myself being a little elitist like that, though, as far as if it's not like a perfect base at this point, like a 15-3 base of some sort, whatever I'm looking for, weapon-wise, I don't even pick it up. Warfork's going to be it. I thought Mancatcher was going to be the one. Oh, I thought for some reason I was thinking Mancatcher was the elite version. Is Warfork the elite version of the Mancatcher? Blonde, mine is just a CV. He doesn't really get a chance to hit that much, actually. He's not doing any damage. He's just supplying the aura. Because I found a crazy man catcher on PTR, but they didn't have it set on just the regular accounts to be able to make the infinities, which was kind of crappy. Come on, Bale sucks, man. I don't know why I'm running Bale. I mean, boy, it does hit pretty hard. It just, it's not the best base you want to run. It was like my third choice, but I was kind of struggling to get a base at that point. So I ended up rolling it in the CB. It's kind of a weird one, isn't it, Liam? But I think I will give them credit for actually using the names of the weapons, the real weapons. See you, Aaron. Nice, Aqua. I think if you look back at history, there was probably some sort of spear or polearm type weapon that called a man catcher. I wouldn't doubt that at all. 49 travs, that's nice. I'm still running 42's the highest I've found. Oh, you looked it up? They did at least do a decent job back in the day. They pulled all the weapon names from actual weapons that existed in the past, which is kind of cool. Alright, I've gotten the stiletto already. Yeah, Andrew, I wouldn't disagree with that statement. Nice, Scholar. That's actually, unfortunately, cold is on the lower end of the spectrum for what people are looking for. See you, man. But that's still good charm. I mean, it's a perfect roll. 2 perfect rolls. We haven't been hitting squat. I might relegate the last few runs to collect chaos only. Yeah, look at that nonsense. Fool's mod. That's about it. Ah, Liam, I think I actually know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that before. I didn't know it was called that. Ethereal? Nah. Nah, Dave, I probably won't ever mess with offline characters, to be perfectly honest. By the time I get done, well, I'm sure I won't get finished before ladder. I'm just going to try and get as close. Well, let me back up. I plan on continuing this on ladder since it's a stream only grail. But ladder will start way before I get finished with this. I've never had an interest. Even back in the day, I wouldn't play offline. Yeah, right. Yeah, hardcore on these servers. That's the play. You know, I hope whatever they do with 2.4, I hope the Merc AI transitions from the Act 5 Merc to all of them. Because this guy's a moron. He wanders in the wrong direction about 50% of the time.
I need mana.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that, because if you're standing still and the Act 5 Merc doesn't have his frenzy up yet, he still seems to move into attack mode quicker than these. See, like this moron just wanders around. The Act 5 Merc doesn't seem to do that as much. I think they tweaked the AI a little bit. And it might be across the board. It's just that everybody was just kind of keying in on the Act 5 Merc. Now, when he's frenzied up, yeah, he goes in quick. But I think just this wandering pattern that they do, I think they might have tweaked that a little bit, just in general for the mercenaries. I'm hoping at least. Look, the newest.
Not even death can save you.
We'll get a couple weeks to play around with all that stuff, though. If things go as planned. Okay. I don't know that I've gotten either of these items. Skull Splitter? I might have gotten this one already. I have not. We have not gotten Skull Splitter. Pretty sure I haven't gotten the Spear. Dragon Chang. I have not. So, 2 new items. That's what I'm talking about. Check them off, even if they are the lowbie ones.
What do you need?
Yeah, Liam, it seems to feel that way sometimes, right? He will wander in the opposite direction every time, just about. Before ladder goes live, though, I mean, you could bet it that there's going to be a lot of people trying to get the Act 5 merc to tank Ubers. I mean, it's done. They did it a little bit on PTR. I actually tried it, and I couldn't get it to do it with a Zon. But I feel like if you get an Infinity Zon, and with the Act 5 merc kind of just tagging along with that, I think you can do the I think you can do Ubers with the Infinity Zon. And I think he'd stay alive pretty easy.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, Fuzzy, man, it's still pretty bad. We're supposed to be getting some weather tomorrow. Should knock some of that pollen down. I mean, it'll come back strong again, but at least we'll get like the first bit of it knocked out of the trees. Man catcher. See if it's ethereal. I should do a socket quest on that. Or not socket quest, but cube on it. Yeah, there's certain builds that they were able to do it with. I'm just curious, like some of the more non-standard builds, doing Ubers with the Act 5 merc. Yeah, Fuzzy, I know it's coming in. It just I just like to see it knock some of the pollen down. Should I pick that up? Anybody happen to know Mancatcher top max or max sockets? Is it 4 as well, or does that one jump up to 5? It does jump to 5. All right.
I need mana. I need mana.
Oh, really, can? Well, I mean, that's pretty rare drop that you got with that jewel, man. Did you try and get a value on it? See what it was worth?
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Not even death can save you from me.
Wow, man. Well, that's the thing, right? I guess people are just hunting perfects at this point. They're just looking for 40-15s. What's a 40-15 work? Let's see. What's this man catcher? Let's socket this thing. Let's see. So we want socket weapon. Ral P Amethyst. Ral 2. You suck. Alright, you know what? I haven't done them in a while. I'm going to do some seal pops. Just mix it up a little bit. +1 max damage? Is that a thing? Huh. I've never seen that. Interesting. I've never seen that. I've never seen max damage roll
Not even death can save you.
on superior items. Or if maybe I just didn't notice it. It couldn't be a new thing, right? Maybe I just never noticed.
I am overburdened.
You suck, Diablo. Did they do the same kind of poison damage though when you revive them? Probably not, right? Alright, I'm going to finish out with seal pops today.
I am overburdened.
Alright. Towels? Nah. Angelic. I've gotten that one. Alright, what time? Let's call 2 runs right here. Yeah, I always forget the revives only have a timer on them. Nocturnal. Well, I mean, with the Infinity dude, you're gonna have to get 2 burrs, right? So maybe just go ahead and make an Enigma. You probably get more use out of it. I mean, being able to move the Enigma around to different characters,
I am
you'd
overburdened.
probably get a lot more use out of that. For sure. Yeah, just don't roll it wrong. The Blizzard's never going to live that one down. getting slim pickings gears wise today. Scratch some items off, but nothing that rare, that's for sure. Let's get a GG charm roll. We haven't had one in a while. See you, Knock. There's that hell rune. Alright, one more run. Let's see what we get. Liam, that happens way too often, actually.
Hail to you, champion.
What's up, Bob? What's going on, man? Just in time for last run. Call it. I've been seal popping these last couple of runs just to mix it up a little bit. Saw rune. I can see it. I think I've gotten this. Get out of here. What's this? Dark Adherent, right? Yeah. Stop hitting me. Dave, it does. Less so with 2.4. You can make a Nova Sork with not great gear. But yeah, right now with the current setup, Lightning Sorks are a little gear dependent. But yeah, 2.4 Nova Sork is going to be pretty nasty. And, I mean, you'll be able to test it out once it goes live. Not anywhere near as gear dependent as the current setups. Because they're basically doubling the Nova damage. So Infinity won't be quite as required. I mean, deal with immunes, it's always going to be a thing, but you can output a lot more damage once 2.4 drops. Nice, Ross. Don't you kill my merc. Alright, last item of the day. Storm Guild. I don't know that I have gotten that one. Nope, I have not. Okay, so let's look at summary. I was at 32.84, I think it is. So after today, we've jumped up to 35.25. So not bad. It's climbing. Do you need to load shield block, Vine, or are you playing without that as well? Because most Novasorks run in ES, I thought. Nah, Bob, I haven't checked it out. I'll take a look. I know you've been theory crafting the hell out of that for 2.4, so I have to take a look. When you're playing yours without ES, the Novasork, are you running like max shield block? You're just avoiding the damage just in general. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because I've seen, I don't remember who it was. It might have been a Cooley vid where he was running it with max hit recovery and shield block versus ES. Somebody did a video on that. Well, see, yeah, that's the thing, Bob. There's a couple schools of thought on that. Is running either the max health build or running the max shield block build. Yeah, yeah, it's a couple different schools of thought. I'm more in the max health side of things in those types of builds versus I don't usually like playing max shield block except on Pally maybe. What's FA? 20 FA. What is FA? Frozen armor? If you're talking about frozen armor, I've never built my Sorks into shields or like the frozen armor. Chilling armor. I don't use any of them. I don't put any points in those. Oh, frozen orb. That's what I'm going to run. Well, I'm not going to run T-Storm though. I think T-Storm is not good enough. It does more damage now, but I think it's wasted points. I'd rather dump points in synergy. No, I got you. I'm running. I was thinking. Here's my plans for ladder was going to be Hydra into orb hybrid, just to mess around with, and then probably into a lightning build of some sort. But I'm not going to put it. I played around with Thunderstorm, and it does hit pretty hard, but the cast time between is still so long. It feels like that I don't feel like it's worth the point investment. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with the Hydra build and work orb in around it and see how far I can take it. But I know I'm probably gonna end up into some sort of lightning build for end game farming. It's usually where it ends up being. So we'll see. Yeah, Vine, you could stop. What's the like 10 or 12 points or something into cold mastery just to get to that one, was it 130? So, I mean, it's going to be fun to play around with if we could ever get there. That's the whole thing. We should already be playing ladder, but we're not. But, I mean, there's going to be a lot more hybrid builds, which is cool. Yeah, Dave, that was my thing with Thunderstorm, and they did it with PD2, was putting a Nova when it struck that did AOE damage. They need to do something along those lines, like you're saying, like charge bolts, something to add some AOE to the Thunderstorm strike. Because what's cast time between? It's like second and a half, 2 seconds. It's pretty spread out. It was kind of cool watching Thunderstorm with the Nova, like they built that in the. I thought that was kind of a different take that might work. But I like, well, I don't, unless they do something with that, I don't think anybody's going to really dump a whole lot into T-Storm. It's just kind of a troll thing. Maybe in PvP where you just teleport around and hope your lightning hits somebody. I don't know. I'm going to go get something to eat, guys. I can smell something cooking. I don't know what it is, but it smells good. You guys have a good one. I'm going to be out tomorrow doing some family stuff. I'm going to try and get the video out for the Nilithok stuff by Friday. But you guys have a good one. Hit the like on the way out. And probably streaming again on Friday. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Peace.